Things feel different now than 3 months ago.
I can definitely say that there's a bigger commitment to the little things, definitely. He emphasizes that it's a part of the climb. The commitment to the little things is what the coaches emphasize the most. Just little things like you can't wear earrings in the building, you can't wear hats in the building. At first it was kind of like, okay. But now just saying that, okay, we tried it this way before and it didn't work, so it's easy to buy in and say, okay, if this is what they say it takes to win, we're going to do it. It's not that hard of a transition, so I definitely say it's a commitment to the little things.
How hard was the tour of duty?
It was definitely intense. He emphasized that every team in the country is doing some form of mat drills right now, but what's different is the intensity and the energy that he brings in. Like I said, the little things at tour of duty, like making sure that you're crossing the line, not holding your teammates accountable. So that's kind of the reason why it was hard. Just making sure that your teammates are being held accountable and just the little things, like I said.
Has that taken hold yet with the team, where if you see a teammate that doesn't quite cross the line full speed, do you say something to him yet? Or?
Absolutely. At this point, it's kind of like guys are just it's like we're holding ourselves accountable, so now it's easier to hold your teammates accountable. It's easier to bring your teammates along now. It's more of encouragement instead of getting on a guy, because everybody finishes hard now because they expect nothing less. But now it's like when it's time for recovery and dudes are looking winded, it's all about the words of encouragement to bring your teammates along with you, and just that's what the coaches are emphasizing now. Because in the beginning of tour of duty, it was hard. The little things were hard, but then once we got adjusted to doing it right, the next step was encouraging our teammates, if that makes sense.
How big is it for you guys? I mean, they put you through all this stuff, but after a little while, you see guys are losing weight or they're getting muscle. You're seeing that what they're telling you pays off. Does that make it easier to buy into everything else moving forward?
Well, you have to start off the process being bought in the first place, but while you're doing the process and you're seeing results, it's definitely easier to be like, okay, now I see what they're talking about. I see why they want us to do what they want us to do. And it's definitely, being result-oriented is not the main thing, but it's an important thing. Absolutely.
Was there an instance during this early on in which you realized how closely they were watching? I know they go back and review in order to earn the shirts and all of the things that were going on. Did you realize just how closely they were?
Yeah, after the first tour of duty, when they said that they were going to sit down as a coaching staff and watch the whole thing on film like they were breaking down a practice or breaking down another team's film, that was impressive to me. I was like, wow, this is really important to them. So I was like, it's got to be important to the team now.
Did you ever get into an orange jersey?
No, I made it a point to myself to never make sure that I was in the orange jersey. Now, I did see my jersey color going up a lot and down some weeks, where they said, okay, Cam, you did this good last week, but now from this week to last week, you didn't see any improvement, so we're going to take you down to jersey color. But I never saw myself in the orange jersey because I just try to make it, like I said, it's a commitment to the little things, showing up on time, being where you're supposed to be. That's what he preaches to us, so I tried to make sure that I was never in the orange.
Did you get to the black jersey?
I didn't get to the black jersey.
I got for next year.
I got to the garnet jersey, but that's definitely a goal for next year because the garnet jersey, I was 1 point away. Like 1 point away from a black jersey.
It's a real grading system.
Yeah, it's a real grading system. So I was 1 point away from a black jersey, and they broke it down to me as to why I didn't get the black jersey. And I was like, you know what, that makes sense because I can clearly see my foot isn't over the line. It's that simple. But that type of culture is what is required to win. So I wasn't upset at all.
How much weight have you put on?
I gained 22 pounds.
Did you really? What were you and what are you now?
So I played last season at 225. When I came back in to weigh in, I weighed in at 216, but now I weigh today at 238 pounds. So I was like, wow, Coach Thorne's process really works. The emphasis that they put on nutrition really works. We're eating a lot more now as a team. They emphasize eating, and I just saw the results. I'm excited to play at this weight because I definitely feel like I'm going to be stronger at the point of attack, just stronger just as an overall player. So I'm excited.
Was that the goal, to get to around 240, or
the goal was to get to about 235, but they wanted me to go over it a little bit just because we're going to lose weight during this process of playing football. So Coach Norvell told me he wanted me at 235 pounds, but to go over it. So
how many times a day are you eating?
I would probably say 4 times a day with protein shakes right before I go to sleep and after weight room. So their whole nutrition system works. It speaks volumes because I wasn't the only guy who got results. Obviously, the whole team. It was from a team perspective. We went through it this morning as guys who lost weight and gained weight, and we put all the pounds together. And I forgot the number, but it's a very, very.
It said it was like 691 or 697.
Some crazy number like that. It was crazy.
When you see those results, I guess how much has that helped you buy in even more to showing the results and showing it's working?
That's a great question. I feel like you have to start the process already bought in, but when you see the results that you want to see and you want to, and like you're a result-oriented person, it's a lot easier to dive even deeper into what they're preaching because, okay, they tell you at the beginning and you're like, yeah, coach, I got you, yeah, I believe in you. But then when you see it, you don't have to believe in it because it's a fact, like it's there and it happens. So if that makes sense, like it makes it a lot easier to buy in.